Paratech strongly recommends that all operating, assisting, and maintenance personnel read and understand the complete safety procedures, obtain proper training, and read all related instruction manuals in order to ensure personnel and equipment safety.
At any stabilization event, Paratech recommends establishing cold, warm, and hot zones. From the warm zone, the rescuer should complete a 360-degree safety survey of the hot zone. The survey should identify and mitigate any hazards, such as downed electric wires, leaking fuels, slip or trip hazards. The vehicle accident should be examined from the warm zone to determine the proper combination of struts, extensions, and bases needed to stabilize the vehicle or vehicles. Once the proper combination is determined, it should be assembled in the warm zone. The stabilization team must now determine which side of the vehicle is considered to be the most dangerous, and therefore the side that should be stabilized first. The dangerous side is the side of the vehicle that is leaning the most, or the direction in which the vehicle is most likely to tip. The stabilization team should also determine where the vehicle is going to be stabilized and evaluate the need to create insertion points. Possible insertion points include in the sheet metal on the roof between the B posts, at the A post near the car body when the engine is in front, and at the C post near the car body when the engine is in the rear.
Insertion points should always be above the vehicle's center of gravity. The route of entry rescuers will take into the vehicle should be considered so stabilization efforts do not hinder patient access or restrict extrication procedures.
Now that the stabilization team has determined strut placement and assembled the components, they may approach the vehicle. The base plate is positioned on the ground. Extend the strut up and into the insertion point. Spin collar to lock into place. The lock should be hand-tight. It's as easy as extend and spin to lock. The rescuer then moves to the outside of the strut and places their foot on the base plate while facing the vehicle. This offers some additional safety as another rescuer attaches the ratchet belt. The short end of the ratchet belt will be attached to the D-ring on the hinged base plate, while the long end of the ratchet belt is attached to the vehicle. The ratchet belt should be attached as low as possible on the vehicle. All twists should be taken out before the belt is tensioned. Gently operate the ratchet assembly to tension the strut to the vehicle. Once tensioning is completed, the handle on the ratchet needs to be pushed down to lock it into position. Whenever possible, use 2 ratchet belts per strut. Repeat this process on the opposite side of the vehicle to complete the basic vehicle stabilization.
The ideal angle in which struts are placed is at a 45 to 60 degree angle. If there is a need to lift the vehicle, then the struts need to be closer to a 45 degree angle. If lifting the vehicle is not necessary, then the angle can be closer to 60 degrees. At this angle, all force will be transferred through the strut and to the base. For added stability, the rescuer may choose to secure the 12-inch base with 1-inch pickets. The 12-inch base is designed with 1-inch holes for this type of application. Paratech's ratchet belt has a 10,000-pound braking load and a 3,300-pound working load capacity. Always attach ratchet belts to substantial metal, not plastic or fiberglass. Do not attach to the vehicle's suspension. Do not place straps over engine hoods or trunk lids. This could hinder the extrication operations by access to these compartments. To disassemble the ratchet belt, the handle should be fully opened while pulling the tension release.